Yeah, sounds good. Awesome. Alright. If you have any difficulties, please let me know throughout the feed, and we'll just get going. Awesome. Oh yeah, remember what you... Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to try and show you all the shortcuts and all the hidden stuff in this game, which is always fun. There we go. Man, I love this game. The question is, would I have preferred this or God of War 4? I get why they've done this for anyone who was on Xbox who wasn't like familiar with the series. If anything, this for me is a clear indication that they are planning on a next one. It's one of the biggest franchises Sony's got. It's a bit of a no-brainer, but they have a tendency to spend years in abject silence over what they're doing. In fact, I gotta say, as far as Sony projects concerned, God of War is one of the most shrouded in secrecy, even up to the release date. It's insane how much they try and hide from us. Even its existence is hidden from us. That's the extent they will go to. Okay, so let's grab some red orbs here, and always hit the pots, because they always have orbs. As we all know, orbs are life. Yeah, I've already fully upgraded my my regular weapon, my primaries as I call them, because I use them all the time. But I like to switch between. It's cool to get a few like unique combos by doing that. While holding, yeah, I know how to. Yeah. Oh, I should really turn that off. But it's for anyone who's watching, really, so you can get an idea of the control method and all that kind of stuff. Mechanics in this game have always been good when it works. There we go. And oh god damn it, Kratos! What the fuck was that? Kratos, you're drunk. Go home. Fucking hell. Let's try that again. Ugh, jeez Louise. It's getting my head back into it. There literally is no other game I know that actually plays quite like this. There we go. There's your hidden chest there. Anywhere that's got that little, like, shimmer over it, use your head and you'll find a phoenix back there. Very good. It's one of the more obvious places. There are some really unobvious places. I love the quick select. I love the way it switches between things. If anything, I would say God of War 3 is by far the tightest like mechanics in the whole series. Outside of maybe Ascension, I think Ascension, because it came after it, they worked on a few cool things that you don't get in this, like grabbing people with your blades, which is always fun. I don't actually need that right now, so I'm going to skip that. Always kill people. Just because. I'm Kratos, I'm an asshole. I don't have to explain it. I just want them all to die! Bring it, motherfuckers! Nah, I do actually like enjoy using like the different types of weapons there are. I'm gonna try my new weapon. Where is it? Come on. Oh no, I haven't got it yet. Oh crap. That's what you get for playing two profiles. I've not actually got that weapon yet. Okay, that's cool. Bye. Yeah, there's no way it was gonna ever be that easy, right? Nah, we got a Cyclops to kill. The Cyclops that's covered its eye. It always seems a little bit odd that, but okay, I can roll with it. Oh man, that is so cool. I love doing that. That's done just by simply launching in the air by holding down triangle, and you just hold down R1 and triangle, and you will spin all day like that. It's a fucking awesome move, which is why you max up your power. It destroys big guys in no time flat. There you go, pro tip for you. That's why these weapons are the best. They always have been the best in every God of War game, in my personal opinion. Yeah, you'll get cool things like the Ceastus and other things, but they never quite feel as, I don't know, balanced or as cool. I don't know. I should probably do something about this. I'm not sure if I'm actually maxed at the moment. I should be though. Okay, this is getting dull, so let's change up. I can't even grab that guy, I'm just being bounced everywhere. Okay, let's do this. I've got to be careful on my health. I'm going to get out of a lot more, so I'm used to, take a shit ton more damage than this. Okay. Roll! Come on, motherfucker! Difference being, this is not a very powerful weapon right now. I've leveled up the other one real quick. Ow, he's really, I'm gonna have to do something about that. I'm not dying to this guy. Fuck that. Die! I will have my revenge! Zeus! Yeah. Kratos is a man of many words, obviously. Mainly Zeus and Ares. Okay, so before you go through that door, we want to come all the way down the side here. And you'll notice at the end, there's a little box where we're going to get yet another one of those cool little items. If I'm not mistaken, this is a Minotaur horn. Yep, here it is. There we go. All the red orbs. Man, I've played this game so many times. But it's one of those, I could play this always. It's like, when people ask you that question, what's the one game you could play forever on an island? It would probably be God of War for me. It's a fun factor. It's the mechanics. It's the gameplay. I don't even know what I'm getting here. Hard to tell. Please tell me health good. That was an annoying camera angle. Yeah, the fixed cameras, you may or may not like them. I like them. They're cinematic. They follow the thing. There are occasional problems when you are hidden behind objects or there are enemies you can't see. But move, and then you will. It's that simple. You just, as Kratos, you can't stand still. You've got to constantly keep on the move. And if you played like the PSP version of it's a lot harder than this version of the game. You have to keep on the move so much in that game, man. That game was hard. I'm not even going to lie to you. Ghost of Sparta was really, really tough. It really, really did push my abilities quite far. Because there is a part in it where you really have to constantly keep on the move because there's no health about. You've got just hordes of enemies, and they're big freaking enemies with a load of small ones around them. The most annoying kind of combination of enemies you can get in video games. They know it. They fucking knew it when they designed it. It never made God of War to be a walkthrough until they made God of War 3. God of War 3 I actually do think is a bit of a walkthrough unless you play on I'd say Titan mode to really push yourself. Okay. As always, if you have any questions about the game or any interesting things you want to talk about regarding the gaming community right now, feel free. I'm always willing to talk about things and I'm open to discussion. Although it's gone quiet recently. This is the summer drought. But what I have noticed, and this is something kind of unique to our generation, is why is it not? Is that let's go down here. Let's put the light on, shall we? I believe there is a corridor around there somewhere. Like I was saying, our generation now, when we hit the summer drought, I've noticed that they've just slammed us with downloadable content packs. That seems to be their way of avoiding actually having to bring any games out. Although that said, everyone's gone to the Rapture is out on the 11th of August, and I am thoroughly looking forward to that, and I will be getting that and live streaming it. So stay tuned for that later on next month. Yes, August is almost upon us, and then September comes along, and I still am in mixed opinions about what games to buy. There are 5 major ones on my list, and I want them all, but I can't have them all. I'm in that situation that most gamers find themselves in, where there's a massive oversaturation of games at one moment in time, and you kind of have to make a decision on what you're going to get. The games I'm currently looking at are Until Dawn, which looks actually it's surprisingly interesting. It looks like Heavy Rain. Not everyone liked Heavy Rain, but I like any kind of story which allows me to like have non-fixed paths, and I can like make decisions, and it changes the way things actually go. Unlike Telltale games that, although Telltale games, don't get me wrong, are good. They're great narrative. They do great characters. The Game of Thrones series alone, I will be live streaming that when the final part comes out because it's really, really good. But there's no real freedom of choice. The end result is always the same. Yeah, I know. Yeah, sirens always give you magical. That's all I was saying. So yeah, it's Until Dawn, which looks cool. It's Heavy Rain. The way I see it, it's Heavy Rain in horror instead of a detective. And although it's done by a completely different company, in fact, I believe this is their first proper AAA game they're going for. And then on top of that, I've got Mad Max, which I'm on the fence about. I need to check out the latest videos on that. I've not done that, so I'll get back to you on that one. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I'm mixed bag. Again, I'm almost thinking wait for the reviews, but I don't know because people raved about Metal Gear Solid 4. And not that it was a bad game, I just think there wasn't enough of it. It was mainly full motion video sequences throughout, hours of it. It was more a film than a video game. Because there was very little interaction going on. Yeah, you could change a few things, I guess. Oops, I accidentally nudged that. My mobile phone has a habit of falling off the arm of my chair. Fortunately, it's attached to me. Okay. Back to it. Okay, so this is one of my favorite bits. I love this bit. Okay, so first things first, let's open a few of these chests and get them out of the way. How far am I off from... Alright, yeah, so I haven't actually fully leveled it up. I've got 5,000 to go. I'll probably usually level it up roughly about the same time as the next boss comes up. And I'm not going to spoil what the next boss is, because it'd just be nasty and wrong. Anyways, play the game knows already, though. Okay, so then we've got Battlefront, of course. One I'm again probably going to wait for reviews on. Why? Because it screams of EA's version of Destiny right now. That's my issue with it. It looks like they've literally taken that game and broken into tiny little pieces, and they're going to sell it to us all at late date. Not just that, but there are certain things that I don't understand why they're having difficulty with when we were able to have them in earlier games. It doesn't make sense why previous generation systems seem to be able to do things that current generation systems, but I guess it's graphical fidelity, and that's mainly what they're looking at, or it's just a bunch of excuses. It depends what you believe. I believe it's a bunch of excuses so they can sell us lots of downloadable content. But that's my personal opinion. I have no evidence of that. That's just what I think. EA has always followed suit. That's what people always get wrong. It's like they think EA is the bad guy. EA is the bad guy in a way, but no badder than all the other companies that came before it, because what they do is they see a model that works, and this one they've seen Destiny, even though it was probably the most controversial game of the year when it was released, and still controversial to this day. It made money. It was a great business and marketing strategy, and there are always going to be fanboys who buy into that kind of nonsense, and they will spend ridiculous money on the game. I mean, look at the Call of Duty franchise. So yeah, this is almost becoming synonymous with first-person shooters now. Is that we're getting this broken mincemeal game with nothing much in it, and you have to buy the game after it's been released, which is insane. I'm not saying Star Wars looks great, but I'm really just going to be really cautious because I feel like they're trying to exploit my fandom of the franchise, and that worries me. Because they expect everyone to get hyped up over the new movie, which people will, some people love it, some people will hate it, we're going to please everyone, but at the same time, I feel they are exploiting us as fans, and I don't think that should be something we're happy about. But then again, it goes both ways because it's something we asked for. Now we finally got it. It's a bizarre situation, but yeah, it's one of those. We always wanted another Battlefront, so we kind of. But then they've looked at it and thought, how can we make money out of this? And that always is a business at the end of it. I get it, I'm not stupid, but I'm just worried there isn't going to be much content on the actual game, and you'll get more for your money by just waiting for the inevitable Game of the Year edition, or Star Wars Complete, or whatever the hell they call it. Alright, but you know what I'm talking about. The complete version, with all the DLC, that costs the same price as the game if you bought it on day one. Yeah, that'll be the one. So yeah, I'm probably going to wait for that. I think Destiny has kicked me in the balls so hard, I can't forget it. I can't forget that. And so when I see models that are similar to it, oh yeah, I'm going to avoid. Absolutely avoid. Okay, this guy's got shields. Oh, man. I need to wait for... Yeah, I can't kill these guys yet. There's nothing I can do. So you just wait for her to turn up. Now I can kill them. Oh man, I wasn't even fucking stoned, but that was good. Good job I wasn't stoned, or I'd have been broken into tiny little pieces. Right, come here, you little bitch. There we go. Now we can kill them. Easy. And that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Right, and outside of that, Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is probably the game I'm gonna get on release day. Why? Because I know people don't like Bethesda, but I do. I've always liked Bethesda. I get it. Most of the games, when they come out on release, are broken as hell, but tend to be, to a certain extent, playable and never broken to a point where I can't play it. Unless on PC. If you're on PC, just forget about it. Don't bother. Tends to be a trend. It's the reason why I don't see PC as a viable gaming platform right now, is simply because, not because it's not any good, I mean, it's easily powerful enough, I just don't think there's enough. I mean, we saw at E3, there is obviously, the focus is turning towards PC as a gaming platform, but right now I think it's too early. I think give it 2 or 3 years and we can start looking at it as a viable platform, because it's all down to developers, and after the Arkham Knight debacle, yeah, we still realize that it's a second-class platform as far as developers are concerned. Blatantly. Yeah, no one releases something that broken, gives it out to a third-party person to do a port, and doesn't check it if they care about that community. I'm sorry, you know? It's like, it's not that I don't think they care, don't get me wrong, but I think there is a certain lack of, you know, crossing the T's and dotting the I's when it comes to PC games. And that is something that puts me off the idea of actually going full PC gamer. The advantages are I can get every Xbox One exclusive though, so yeah, you know, that's the thing. You don't need to get an Xbox One for anything really. You just get a PC, you know, and just get a PS4 for everything else. It's the God of War series. If that, I do wish this would actually like be a cross-platform title. I want people to enjoy this game. I want them to make money out of the game and actually make more of them. I enjoy them. The multiplayer alone on Ascension was worth it. Well worth it. Right, so okay, I've got to, I'm just double checking I've got nothing else I need to do around here. I'm pretty sure I don't. So, oh, let me just double check this door. The door is locked. Okay. Right, so everything's locked up. I've checked all downstairs, right. Because this is the moment where things are gonna get interesting. It's like the halfway, well, I'd say it's about a third of the way through the game at this point. Oh, no, we've gone beyond that, haven't we? Actually, have we broken the chain yet? No, we haven't. No. Okay. Sorry, spoiler alert. It's been out for years, guys. But if you weren't expecting spoilers, you wouldn't be watching this in the first place. Okay. So yeah, the video games worlds, they be changing. Slowly, but we're getting there. It was nice to see at E3 all the more progressive games. The heavy mouth, female-orientated like protagonists that weren't all scantily clad was a nice change actually. It showed that it doesn't really matter the sex or gender as long as they're a badass. Gamers are gonna love it. The reason why do I love Kratos? Not because he's a nice guy. This guy is not a nice guy. He's an asshole, but he's a badass, and that I think is the underlying factor of protagonists we like. They have to be a true and total badass, and I guess they also have to be kind of flawed in some respects to make us like, you know, relate to them as a human being. I mean, fundamentally, Kratos makes you feel great as a human being because he is the most flawed person you're ever going to come across. The guy's an idiot. I mean, he really is. The whole idea of him becoming the God of War was out of his own failure. So, yeah. Interesting. A man who takes a loss into a win is a very interesting protagonist to me. I like that. And that's the thing, we see more than just the skin, the character model. We kind of emphasize more with the storyline and motion. Probably Kratos is not the best example. Nathan Drake would be a fine example of this. There's someone that you can really relate to. And yeah, that's another one on the list, is the Remastered, but I don't know when I'm going to fit that in, guys. It's like, I want to get the Remastered 1, 2, and 3, but I'm probably going to get it like a month before Uncharted 4 is released, within the January sales. No, that's when I'm going to get it. When it goes half price, I'll probably pick it up. That's my feelings on that one. Okay, this is awesome. This is probably, yeah, okay, this is going to go down as the best bit. And if you played Ascension, you'll know this area. It was in the multiplayer, it was in the co-op. In fact, the best part of the Ascension was this co-op mode where you could fight against Hercules and Serena. Awesome, awesome. You could do a beatdown to both of you. Oh, man. If you missed Ascension, play it. PS Now has it on there. It's worth checking out for the multiplayer. I don't know if the multiplayer is on PS Now, though. I might, like I said, I'm going to run. I'm going to try and see if there's anyone still online on that game on their PS3. So I'm going to try and do a live stream that way. I still have the Elgato. It's hit and miss, but, you know, I'll try and work around it.
Since you killed my son Ares, fear of you consumes him.
Yeah, this is the thing. Zeus is actually has been infected. So. It's nice high resing on this game, but they didn't have to do much. I mean, the game was a pretty game and a beautiful game to begin with. But this is the first time it's ever been, like, these story scenes have been really cinematic, because we were finally able to do it on the PS3. I love this. I love Hercules. Hercules! Yeah, not quite the Disney version. He's twice the goddamn size of him! He's up to his belt. It's like... Kratos has absolutely no fear, and that's the other thing that I love about him. You know, there are certain aspects that I love him. It's like Batman. Why do you like Batman? He's got no fear of anything. He's a badass. So I think at the end of the day, if you want to make a good female character to movies or games, just make him a badass. Look at Black Widow in the Avengers. She's a badass. People like her. People wanted to have her on film because she's a badass. It's simple. Just take the gender out of the equation. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, really. It's all down to, does this guy or does this girl kick ass? And that's my personal opinion on it. Of course, character designs are a cool thing. They make visually aesthetically pleasing, I guess. Soon I will become the god of war and claim the throne for myself. I mean, talk about impractical armor. Look at Kratos and Hercules here. I mean, seriously, stab him with a spear, they'd both be dead, right through the chest. but they're demigods. Who needs armor when you have the power of a god? Oh man, it's 60 frames though. 60 frames. That's all I'm saying. It does play like a fucking dream. It really does. Boom, boom, and boom. Love that. There's a little kind of like slowdown he does at the end. That's why they nailed this. They nailed like everything about it. It just feels great. I just want more. Give me more. Give me God of War 4. So yeah, after I've done this, I'm gonna go through. When I get to the end of this, I'm gonna go through my theories about where the series I think is going to. I might discuss that momentarily, but I don't want to spoil the ending for anyone who hasn't seen it. So I'm going to discuss it after we've seen the ending. Probably on my next live stream. Depends how far I get in this. If I get near to the end, I'll just go for it. That's the way I am. That's the thing I do love about doing live stream, is it's kind of all dependent on how I'm feeling, and I like that. I suppose I'm a casual live streamer because I do it when I feel like it, as opposed to all the time. And I'll try to do it on a set basis, but yeah, it just feels natural. I feel